Hi everyone. Well, my last video I showed my pencil case that I just take around for fun to use with my Hello Kitty planner. This one here I found today at Target, and I'll be using it in my work bag. I have to get a new work bag because there's just a lot of things I need to take from property to property with me, and anyway, the bag will either be this black color or it'll be this green. I'm really loving this green. Seems to be really popular this fall. I just tend not to wear that color very much, so I'm probably going with my standard staple color and gonna go with black, but we'll see. But I thought this was really cute. It has some nice neutral colors that I can really tie in with anything that I am carrying in my work bag, whatever color that ends up being. And these are honestly the things that I use more in my planner than anything else. So this just makes it really easy to carry with me no matter where I'm at, because a lot of times I find myself waiting either at a coffee shop to meet a client, or I'm waiting in the car for someone, or I'm on the other side of town, so it doesn't make sense to come all the way home before I meet someone else. So I have a lot of time in between where I end up waiting. So I figure while I'm doing that, I can be working on my planner if I have my supplies with me to go. So that's what I loved about this little pouch. Now, I found out about this company online when I was watching videos from, what's her name? Organized Jen and Robin's Little Nest. Those are the first two people that I saw on YouTube with videos using these specific organizers. These are actually cosmetic cases by this company right here, Orla Kiely, etc. The etc. is the portion that has been made for Target. She's actually a pretty high-end designer bag. She has some bags that I think go as far up as $500. But these are very inexpensive at Target. So I think the website's, yeah, there's the website if you want to see her website. These items, some of them are still available on Target.com, but you'll probably have more success just going to your Target and finding them. So what I like about it is, one is the color. I can use it in a professional setting without looking too crazy. And it has a lot of zipper compartments. Now again, this is normally a makeup kit, but instead I've converted it into something to use with my planner supplies. So the first thing I have is a lead pencil. Now this one is a Hello Kitty lead pencil, so I do have a splash of her in here a little bit, but it's just one. But these are my favorite pens so far. Now I have some other pens from, I think it's called Stedler, that are coming, and they're supposed to be just as good, if not better. But these are the ones I'll carry with me. They're the Sharpie Fine Point. And if you go to Target right now, at least at my Target, they're on clearance for 75 cents each. So there's a light blue, hot pink, a darker blue, no, this is turquoise or a teal, a purple, like a royal blue, and this is a mint green. So these mark really nicely inside of the planner, and I've really enjoyed using those. Those have become my favorite. I also have it in black. The black one just isn't in here at the moment. Then in the center pouch, I put a very small block, stamp block, that I can use with the stamp sets that I have in here. One of the Memento inks. This is one of my favorites to use. It's gray flannel. It's just very neutral and very light by Memento ink. So I really like that one. These have got to be my favorite highlighters. They're by Friction. So they're a really light color. light pink, light yellow, and like a mint green. And they are erasable. So if you look on the other end, just like the friction pens, they have the little eraser on the end. So if I make a mistake, in particular in my Bible journaling, say I want to highlight a different verse, I can easily erase, and that has been a really nice thing to have. They have darker colors as well. I just really like the pastels. I got this little ruler from, I think it was Jet Pens, and let me move this out of the way. It's really neat because it's clear and it's kind of chunky right here, but then you can take the pink part and slide it and it will become a full ruler. It just snaps in place. So this area is a thinner, finer edge, and this is a thicker edge over here, but either way it'll lay flat and you can do long pages or short pages. Then it just snaps right back into place. I probably use it more just like this than I do extended, but I loved that it had the pink color in it. Now for my eraser, I have this Mono Knock 3.8 Tombow, and I liked it because it's pink. Now the eraser itself is white, and they have refills for these. They come in a set of 4, very inexpensive. And most of these items that I have are Japanese brands, and they come from jetpens.com. I'll explain why in a minute when I get to another eraser. This one here is called Tenori, Nichiban Tenori, and again this is from Jet Pens as well, and it's actually an adhesive. I got this just because I wanted to try it out and I wanted to see the size. I will use this till it's finished. It's neat because you can just go up and down like this, and for example, here's a sticky pad. You can just go up and down real quick, and I don't know if you can see it in this lighting. You'll see it has one little square of adhesive right there. The other thing you can do is you can snap it into place by squishing this thing down, and it kind of automatically feeds the sticky through the roller, and it works as a tape runner. So you can see it's a much longer line of adhesive right here. So you can do just a short little square, or you can use it as a tape runner. So I do like that feature about it, but it's awfully thick and chunky. I use a lot of the other adhesives, and I can find pink ones of those as well, but they're a little bit more slim, maybe even half of this width. So I might go to those runners after I run out of this one, but I at least wanted to give this one a try. It'll be great in the scrapbook room. I can use it, you know, to stamp on my photo squares. It'll work great for that. But I wanted to make sure to have something in here because some of those Target flags and Post-its don't have a lot of adhesive on the back, and I wanted to make sure to have enough to be able to put those in the planner. Now the other two things I got is this little bitty correction tape, and it works really great. I wasn't sure about it when I read some of the reviews online. I hope I'm not too close and too blurry, but it's by Pentel, and it's called the Petite Core. Yeah, correction tape. Pentel correction tape. And it's super fine, so it just has this little lid, and it snaps onto the back, and that's how tiny the correction tape is. So it works really great on those tiny calendars where the squares are really little. I'm dropping everything now. So that one will work in there. The last thing I have in the zipper pouch area is this other teeny tiny eraser. Again, it's pink, and at first I thought the eraser came out on this end, but actually the top of it screws off, and then you see the eraser. Now it's probably a different shape than what you see in everyday life. It's like all these little bitty squares, and that's what I was going to explain about Jet Pens. They sell a lot of products from Japan. This is one of them. The novelty about this particular eraser is that supposedly you always have a nice sharp detail corner to be able to go in and erase very small items. The same thing is with that, where'd my Tombow go? With the Tombow eraser, with it being so tiny, is that you can get into very small detailed areas, which works great for planners. Now the reason why Japanese companies make things this small is, well, a lot of Japanese people are small, but that's not the reason. It's the kanji that people write. Some of those characters have 10, 15, we call strokes per letter. And if you make a mistake, you don't want to accidentally erase the next letter that may have had an additional 12 strokes that you just put into it. So this allows them to erase those very detailed Japanese and Chinese characters very easily without disrupting the rest of the text. So that's why I really like them. I'm trying to improve in my handwriting. I don't write Japanese very often. I usually use my iPad to type it out, but I do want to work on my writing more, so that's why I went ahead and picked up this particular eraser. So then on this side, it just has a blank area, and it fits these stamps from Studio L2E perfectly. This is the listed stamp set, and it just lays right in there. This case also fits the small cutter bee, is this cutter bee? Scissors very well. Has the little bee on it. I think it's by EK Success. And then in this pocket, it's the perfect size for the little card that I got from Studio L2E, and this one has the today's weather on it. So I figured this card was big enough that if I get another small stamp set, I can fit it within this same sleeve, and they just slide nicely right here and can go with me on the go. So that is what is actually in my work bag, one that travels with me when I'm seeing clients and when I go to the office, and everything just fits in here so nicely. This middle pouch is actually pretty big. I was surprised how much I could really fit inside of here. So it all seals up really easily. Another point that Organized by Jen brought out is that this case, since it has the double zippers, it's nice because you don't necessarily have to open the whole thing. You could just open through the top and get into the areas that you need to very easily as well. So that's another nice feature about these particular cosmetic cases. So I hope they come out with some more in 2015. This is part of the 2014 line. I think this particular one has been out since around January of 2014. So I guess I'm kind of getting it on the tail end of this year, but I was really glad to be able to find this one, and it fits everything perfectly. So I love to see your portable videos and get your ideas as well as how you carry your items. So if you have a video, let me know below so I can go check it out. Thanks for watching.